Hello and welcome, RCSchim in the hangar. RC because of all the drones. I'm not new to 3D printers, but this is my first review and it's gonna be a good one. Full disclaimer, Geek Buying reached out to me and asked me if I want to do a review about a 3D printer. So they sent me this printer for free for this review, but they don't have any influence about the content of this video. I don't have to show them before posting it. If you know my channel from drone reviews, you know that I'm not biased. More than often I tell you more about the negatives than the positives. I'm very excited to unbox this. Came here in 4 days, where one of the days was a vacation. Manual, the top cover, power cord, small thingies, accessories box, fast printing, PLA. Oh, there's the display unit, filament, spool holder and rubber feet against the vibrations that the fast printing. Yes. A lot of packaging, but that's necessary. Oh, it makes a very nice impression to me. Tape, remove tape, excess. The trick is to be steady, not to have those loud sounds. I'm not the patient guy. The build plate, let's go ahead and remove. I'm not so sure if I like the glue before print. So in theory my PE will also work. Yeah, Dremel out these V-shapes. Warning sticker, check the voltage of 230 or 115 volts. Nozzle cleaner, tools, glue stick. I'm not a fan of the glue stick solution. I thought we were past this plastic scratchy thing. 12mm wrench, some grease. They look differently in the other reviews. Filament, Klipper. There's a Klipper installed in there. Is a Klipper there anywhere? So an overview of the accessories once again. Some stickers and this manual. It's looking fancy. I mean, it's basic setup, but it's nice that they still supply manuals. This 4.3-inch screen is very nice, and you just plug in. Yeah, looks easy. It's already attached the right way. Lock screws. Here's another one. Glass. Where this is plastic on the side. Next thing is the handle for the door. It's this from the outside, this combination from the inside. Tight. Yeah. In another video I saw that there are some extended hinges. I can turn it all the way to the side, which seems like a clever idea. I will try this out. When printing low temperature filaments such as PLA and flexible filaments, remove the clear top cover. It's a nice looking device, that's for sure. Have the filament spool in the back, filament runout sensor is okay. Place it on its feet and then we can start it up. There's already fingerprints on the display. Machine startup in progress. Yeah. They already have language selection. I will stick to English just for fun, because normally the translations are terrible. I removed the 3 screws, yeah. Okay, it was very easy to set up the Wi-Fi, and you can note the IP address because we will use, or I will use the web server rather than an app or something like this. I'm in UTC +1. Would be nice if you have some major cities next to this. Bind your device to Creality Cloud. Okay, we can make a self-check. Start checking. Very cool. Mainboard fan, input shaping. Okay. It's gonna do the shake dance now. Yeah, before this procedure I made sure that I have the right amount of grease on the tubing so that it is easily to be moved. Now the bed is moving up. Now I can remove this part as well. Okay, something is spooling up. Yeah, that's shaking quite intensively. And you hear the different frequencies the print head goes through. You can barely see it, but I can feel it that it's vibrating and resonating. Do not touch the printer during the self-check. Okay, sorry. Maybe I've messed up the input shaper. So input shaping is, on fast prints you will have resonances because the weight of the print head moves. It has gyros or sensors on board and it measures its own inertia-based distortions through movement. That's what I came up with, tries to counteract this. On my old printer I had to set it up manually. Auto leveling. Okay, so the input shaping is done. In the past the printers had dedicated BL touch sensors, so things that stuck to the ground, and now they do it with the nozzle, which seems like the logical step to do if you have the advanced sensors in it. Now he's engraving something on my bed, I guess. Like he's going for the edges. Ooh. Moving way too close to the cam. Oh, but that's fine. Yeah, now he's doing the mesh. I love how he does it right in front of the cam. Self-test completed. See how it continues. Yeah, and the first thing that he wants to do is starting a firmware update. Yeah, go ahead. So that's very convenient. Wi-Fi enabled printers. Gotta love them. I also like the fact that they have some standard temperatures and recommendations printed there. Then we have the USB port to connect the USB stick. So right after the firmware update, he insisted on doing another self-check of input shaping and auto leveling. And this time I will not touch him anyway, so that he's able to do his magic. Okay, this is the speed of the nozzle heating up. That's quite impressive, I must say. I'm loading for the first time the filament. Before it can extrude, of course, it will heat up to 220. And it's like 30 seconds now. Amazing. Maybe 40 seconds to reach 220. That's awesome. Loading through this Bowden was not a problem. I did, like they told you in the manual, cut the tip of the filament 45 degrees. Maybe that helped. It heated up and then it extruded. Printer 3D Benchy that is pre-installed. And let's say print. And remove the PLA bulge. I'm okay with the print taking a bit longer and have a good first layer. So just go ahead and make your bed level. I will display at the time how long it took, but you see the temperature. The status screen is actually not too bad. Nozzle cleaning. Looks nice and starting. And I'm excited for the speed. to be honest. Oh. It's shaking a lot. Are you serious? That's really freaky. So if you plan to have two printers on the same table, forget it, the resonance. I swear this is not sped up. Okay, the print was completed in 16 minutes, plus the 6 minutes for bed leveling and stuff. The record speed benchy. Oh, now the fan again. Now I print the second benchy with my standard extruder PLA, so not their hyper PLA, and see if this fails on the fast speed. I expect not as good of a benchy now, yeah, because this might be too fast for this material. Looks a bit worse from the quality than what I see now, but it still works. Okay, so on the right side, this is the extruder PLA NX2 at this high speed, and I saw some traces of under extrusion. I think the material is a bit too slow for these speeds. It's not the most beautiful looking benchy, but it is not damaged. The ground of the boat is a mesh rather. And from this shot you see it quite well. If you want to use your standard PLA, you cannot run those high speeds and expect good results. Let me show you how quick it is to print with the Creality Slicer. I just throw in some object file like this one here, choose the right filament, like Hyper PLA, maybe in normal quality, hit slice, which slices it in single layers. If you're happy with the slice job, go to LAN printing, yeah, confirm this. And then if it doesn't show your printer here, you need to scan or manual edit with the IP address it has. You just tick the box and so say you can either send the G-code or one-click print. It's now uploaded, and if we go over here, we have it here. And here I could start the print. Okay, the verdict. I had a few days now to try this printer. I wanted to print as much as I can to see in its stock configuration. Is it a good printer? Is it an easy printer to start with for beginners? Yes, it is. Is it something that you can upgrade in the future? Of course you can. The biggest pro, of course, is it's a turnkey solution. So you don't need to fiddle around with it, don't need to install Linux on a laptop or on a Raspberry Pi or something like this. You just turn it on, enter your Wi-Fi and the password and register the printer, or maybe connect it with the app, and you're good to go. Then you can fully use their app and even slice in the cloud and send it from your phone or iPad to the printer over Wi-Fi, if that's something you're into. The easy route for me is a laptop with the Creality Slicer software that you can even, after you slice the print job, you can send it over Wi-Fi to the printer and directly start printing. It's really, really easy. Of course, it hides a few of the advanced features, but for a beginner, this can be a blessing. And maybe the biggest pro of this printer is the price it currently has. With the coupon code that Geek Buying gave me, price tag is at $399 between 10th and 12th of November. So around $400 for such a printer, which can print very fast, which is the competition for the Bumble Up printers. To me, this is crazy. Another pro is, because it's an encased printer, you can print advanced materials like PETG, ABS, ASA, PC. TPU is not so advanced, but also TPU works. If you start your 3D printer journey as I did like a year ago, you normally stick to the easy to print PLA material. It's the easiest plastic. It's easy to print, it's fast, and it's mainly used for decorative objects, for your first prints, or maybe even for little trays, like for my peg wall, where you don't need a lot of mechanical force resistance. Stick with PLA for your first prints to learn the printing side and don't have filament nozzle clogs or moving stuff or spaghettis on your printer. If you really want to print at their fast print speeds, then order their Hyper PLA, because this is what is necessary for the fast printing. With standard PLA, as I've shown you in the close-ups, it doesn't look as nice. And later you can install, now even officially supported by Creality, you can install firmware that fully opens up Klipper and also has a nice web interface that is not crippled by any means. So you have fluid or main cell. I didn't try it yet, but it looks promising. The downsides of the printer that I found were Creality Slicer. Yeah, it's easy to use for beginners, but it's also quite crippled. And the app in combination on your mobile phone, which, for example, sends you a notification when your print is done, which is nice, but it also sends you notifications when they have new stuff to sell, or just they send you a lot of ads. Even though I tried to turn off a lot of the properties in the app, I still get 1 or 2 ads a day, which is unnecessary. I don't want it, so yeah. But on the other hand, to get my Ender 3 with Klipper and mainsail installed, to get it to send me a notification on my mobile phone, I had to go into Linux quite deep, enable a Telegram chatbot there, which was weird, but yeah, it was a challenge and it worked in the end. So now I have my 3D printer sending me Telegram messages when it's finished or when the status changed. But this was a lot of work, and with their app, if you can live with the ads, you have it right away. As I've spent a good part of the last year with the Ender 3, I can very much appreciate how much functions you get out of the box with the newer printers. You will find a lot of information in the video description, like the print models I used, suggestions, like I've seen a guy printing out 270-degree hinges for the door, because this opening angle, sometimes it's in the way, then it closes itself automatically. It's nice if you can move the door all the way to the side. You can also move the filament spool holder from the back end to the side. That's also a nice part that I will probably print soon. Printing bloopers, so to say. You will see a bit of footage now of failed prints. There was a benchy that didn't have good bed adhesion, which resulted in a lot of spaghetti. In the beginning I had problems printing PETG. The temperature was just way too low. I printed PETG with 220 degrees. I printed out such a little temp tower, which prints in different temperatures from a range that you define. Yeah, 270 or 265 degrees were where the print looked the best. It's shiny, it came out well, so that's just a little screwdriver. PETG is very sturdy and you can, that was my fingers, you cannot easily break it, and it's temperature resistant. And as I said, on my TPU parts I sometimes have under extrusion. On one occasion I changed the filament from PETG to TPU and used a too low nozzle temperature while changing. This resulted in the nozzle being partially clogged. A small amount of TPU was extruded, and then you get prints like these. And the second object was just fabric. Next day, nozzle was cleaned, but the second object still had the under extrusion problem. Next try, first print on the left side, good. Second print, still under extruded, even when I completely turned off the side fan. So it has nothing to do with the fan. I don't know, I don't think it's a bed leveling issue. Now the final object, single of these lids on the right side of the print plate, and the fan still turned on. Printed nice. So a bit of inconsistency with TPU prints, which needs some further research from my side. With PLA I could get really good and detailed prints. This is a 0.16mm print of a skull. Yeah. This is what you get with the glue. The skull, a bit of stringing. Supports went away good. I was just a bit too late for Halloween. Maybe I printed it too fast. It has a bit of visible lines. I can link you these as well. I found them, and the nice thing is they yeah, the hooks, you can glue them in, but this makes for an easier print because no overhangs and stuff. Yeah, all in all, as I said, it was a very pleasant experience to print with this printer. Set up, unbox and set up the printer, get the first print out within the first hour, which was amazing. And then this fast print, yeah, it's really amazing to see how fast the printhead can move. There's really not a lot you can do wrong with this. And if you decide to go for this printer with the coupon code, please don't buy it at the normal price. it's yeah, a steal, but from your money. If you buy it at around $400, please use my affiliate link, which will be down in the video description. It doesn't cost you any extra, but I get a small commission, and that's how I can buy new filaments or even a whole printer at some time and make more printer reviews. Yeah, let me know in the comments, do you enjoy RCSchim doing printer reviews? I've seen other drone channels also looking into 3D printers. It's a quite close hobby to the drone hobby, because for my drones you need a lot of TPU parts or replacement parts. It's even nicer if you can design them yourself, which I've learned myself to work with Onshape. I can highly recommend you take a look at Onshape. It's a free online 3D design tool. Quite simple to use. It's online, but still the performance is awesome, so you don't need to install any program. You can run it even on your phone or on your iPad or wherever. And it makes this whole experience of having a 3D printer so much more fun. If you have a challenge, you need something, you need a spare part that is not available anywhere, you can measure and design it yourself and print it out. Let me know in the comments any suggestions. What are your experience? Maybe you even have a K1 already, or the bigger brother, the K1 Max. Yeah, I didn't even tell you about the K1 Max. I will also have an affiliate link for the K1 Max because it's more expensive, gives me more money. I'm not stupid. The K1 Max, from what I've seen, has a bigger build volume. They have the camera. Do they also have a LiDAR scanner or something? If you need the build volume, if you need a bigger printer, check out the K1 Max. I'm sure there's a ton of reviews out there. I ordered the camera for the K1, for the normal K1, because it's prepared. It has a cable inside there, and it's between $25 and $40. Then it's directly integrated in the web UI from your printer. Hope my review helped you. Please consider giving me a thumbs up, maybe a subscription. I'm not sure if I will do a lot of 3D printing related content. For sure I will do a follow-up. Next thing that I want to do is use more advanced materials, like I ordered a wood composite material, a carbon fiber, ASA, ABS to make stronger parts. I ordered different nozzles, smaller and larger nozzles. And of course I want to install the mainsail web UI and full Klipper firmware on this thing here. And maybe then I can tell you if it's worth the effort. It's not a lot of effort. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.